Good evening, everybody from Helsinki. How are you doing? Hope everybody's doing well. So obviously I'm a million miles away, not a million, but a good few kilometers away from what's happening in Cavan. We talked about Ireland another day. There's a lot, obviously, only getting 2 hours sleep a night, etc., because you're running around the place. Um, basically, you don't have time to do much, like to look up what's happening at home, basically. So long story short, I have some of the stuff. Now we talk about it obviously in more details. I find more information. Of course, obviously the photos they've been counting. Now this is obviously we're 2 hours difference, etc. So this is the Cavan Bertobado area that I would have ran in if I was going for the Celts today, for example. So it is surprising in a way, I suppose, to see this results. So Fianna Fáil got 37% of the vote, which is a lot. Fine Gael got 19.7. To be totally honest with you, I thought Sinn Féin would probably win it out. But it isn't the case. But they are going to get a seat. They are going to get a council seat in this area, in the Cavan Bertobad area. So Damien Brady, of Sinn Féin, he was kicked out in 2019. Or to believe he was actually kicked out in 2019. The Sinn Féin lost 2 seats in the councils. They used to hold 3 seats in Cavan County Council. And there was only 1 seat for the last 4 years because the Sinn Féin got annihilated in the polls in the last local authority election. So they're going to regain that seat that they lost in 2019. So it's interesting because I generally thought that they would beat up Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, like they'll be the top of it, like to be totally honest. So I'm surprised in that. But again, this area of Cavan would be very pro Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, and that's what we see. We still see the old vote coming out in that terms. And now it is surprising too that Labour has 3.5% of the vote, which is a lot. And then into 2.5, the Green Party 1% of the vote, and independents again. There's 2 independent candidates. Thankfully, Brendan Fay looks to get in the look at basically a million miles ahead of, so he's going to probably get in the first cab, which is great because I wanted to see an independent. That's what I was worried about, that an independent man wouldn't get in, but thankfully he's going to get in. Looks like he's going to get in along with Annie Smith of Fianna Fáil, or Anya Smith, may I say. I keep saying Annie, but Anya Smith too of Fianna Fáil is going to get in. And again, I will admit, she's the best out of the rest of the Fianna Fáil, the whole of the candidates, to be totally honest. So I have no issue with. I have no arguments there, to be totally honest, because as I said before in the video, she's the best out of the rest of them. Let's put it that way. So I suppose. I'm happy that the Brendan Fay, the person that I wanted to get in, who I would have been voting for number 1 if I was still in the country, obviously explained in the live stream. But I would have given him number 1, definitely 100%. So I'm happy that he's getting in. I don't know. We have to see what happens afterwards. So we know that Annie Smith's definitely going to get in. Brendan Fay is definitely going to get in, and Damien Brady is definitely going to get in. So, we suppose we see from there what happens, but it's interesting to see the percentages of the vote. Now, just talking about the rest of the Cavan briefly when I'm here. So obviously no surprise in the Catill Baileybo area that Council so widely into went away with it again. As I say, it's not much of a surprise. I think everybody had that on the bingo cards. It's so widely, of course, she's going to get elected. She's well, like as I said in my video before talking about it, very well got, and for very, very good reason. She is a good person. She's a good politician. She's a good councillor. She does great work in that area. So it's good to see that the public agree with my statement and agree with what everybody really says around Gavin, that she's doing great work and doing atrocious work. And it just shows when you top the poll and for the Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, you have done something right. And you've done a lot right, may I say, in this case. And then in the Ballygym stuff area, now I think the Irish People's Party, I've got a bit of information on that Lester Gordon, I think, of the Irish People's Party, got 8.7% of the vote, which is very good. Again, I don't know much about it, a bit murky now, the rest of the constituencies, apart from my own constituency, but I will update you when I hear more, etc. Obviously, not being in the country doesn't help, because if I was in the country, I could find out these things. But yeah, it does seem like Shane P. O'Reilly, the Independent Councillor for Independent Ireland's Michael Collins' party, will top the poll in that constituency. It does seem to be, and to be totally honest, we all kind of knew it, to be totally honest. But we'll talk about it a bit more. I don't know about the European Parliament yet. I don't have the clue, to be totally honest. But be assured that as soon as I get information, we will be videos, etc., etc. So yeah, how's the key out? Key toast.